You may have seen on our previous episode that I recently travelled to country New South Wales to the town of Grafton so I could pick up and save this iconic and historic sexbet car that was built in Sydney in the early 2000s. This is 4DMILF, and today we are going to run through this car and its modifications in detail. And when I say detail, I mean detail. We managed to find online the original magazine that featured this car, and inside the article it goes through all of the modifications in detail. They're all listed out there, what the original owner did plus what the original owner spent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this entire article. We're going to see what's still on the car, what's missing from the car, so that we can bring it back to its former glory. But there are two things that we need to do first that are very important. The first one, we need to see if the engine is blown because it sounded terrible. It didn't make it all the way back to Sydney because we were worried that we may do even more damage. And the second thing is one of the most famous things of this car is its stereo system, which currently doesn't work. So that is the second thing that we need to do, and that is what Martin's working on. What's that?
A faceplate.
No.
A removable faceplate.
No, not that. Why have you got that on your face?
A filter?
Yeah.
I have a filter on my face because it stinks so bad in here. I yawned before and nearly vomited. And while that would be convenient, having something to catch your vomit, that will be even worse. So far, so good. This is a removable faceplate.
Okay.
So you can remember you used to have your 3110 in one pocket and then this in the other, and then you felt like no one would see. Why are you backing away?
It does smell fruity in there.
Yeah.
It's taken quite a few weeks for the car to actually arrive in Sydney. It has just arrived. We are very, very excited to get working on this project. So hang with us. Let's run the new graphics and kick in to 4DMILF. Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods. Today we are going to be diving deep into some intense automotive archaeology to go through exactly what it is that I've purchased. This is 4DMILF. It's a suit. I can't actually look at that anymore, Martin. I'm going to save you from your... Did it really smell that bad in there?
So bad.
Oh, just don't want to accidentally cut your ear off.
Yes, you do. Oh, thank you.
There we go. So today we're going to be going through this. Martin, what are the possibilities when it comes to catastrophic engine failure? What might we be looking at today?
What always happens with Subarus is people don't change the oil, they don't check the oil, they drive, it burns, and then there's no oil around the bearings and it throws a bearing or a rod or whatever internally and it makes a clack, clack, clack noise.
Okay.
That's what always happens. If you keep oil in them and you don't put heaps of boost through them, you're fine. Now the previous owner was saying that they don't like boost, and he's right in terms of not liking boost when people turn it up too high.
Okay.
But guess what? That didn't happen to this because it's got no turbo.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance the engine's actually all right, but it's making bad noises.
I thought this car was a WRX. It's not. It's got a WRX bonnet, and that might explain the amount that I paid for it also. We'll be running through that, don't worry. You are getting a full detailed breakdown today of original costs plus my costs. But before we do that, we know that the car runs because we drove it for a short amount of time. We just don't know if it's going to stay running. So,
just making really bad noises. You could hear it from the other side of the road, going clack, clack, clack. But fingers crossed it's something simple. And there was a few comments actually on the last video, people suggesting what it might be, which we should explore.
Okay, well, before we dive into the fun stuff, we just want to see if the car actually has catastrophic engine damage or not. We're going to investigate that. Come with us. Then we're going to go through it. We're going to look through, see what we can find. There's going to be 20 years of history in there, man.
I want to hear that stereo.
So I'm more excited about the stereo actually than the engine, because that is the sex spec era.
Because it has more power.
That's what it was all about. So Martin, first things first. Let's pop the hood and let's see if we can get this thing working.
Mad.
All right, Martin, that is popped.
Oh, it's been cut down, the flicker, to fit with the carbon bonnet. Get some light in under here as well. Let's see what's what.
It doesn't look that bad under here, does it really?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to remember when this car was new, I mean, around the time that even the articles came out and it was built, like this was still a good $20,000, $30,000 car.
Yes, yeah.
Even though it wasn't a WRX, and it kind of makes sense. You put all new hoses on it and it didn't get hot when we were driving, it just sounded terrible.
Yeah.
So...
What was the state of the oil? Did we even check it?
Yeah, okay, like it's old,
Black.
but it's up to the mark. So like it's got enough in it. It's just old.
Yeah, okay.
You change it at some point. But see, that's the thing. If you don't put heaps of boost through them, they're like any other normal car.
Yeah.
And you keep the oil up to them, they live. They do 300,000 or 400,000 Ks, some of them. So I don't reckon it's going to be completely wrecked, but I reckon we just need to start it and listen.
Go on, just have a listen.
See if we can hear that sound.
Okay, here we go, Martin. Turning the key. I think it's in neutral.
I won't stand in front of it just in case.
Did you see the stick in the last episode? Look at that. All right, here we go. Why has it got a boost gauge, Martin?
Don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn it off. Turn it off. The most interesting comment that I saw on the last video was someone that said when you drove away or the grass under it was burnt
Yeah.
from where it had been idling at the front.
Yeah.
Which means it's probably shooting some hot gas at the ground, which
Okay.
means it's probably manifold gaskets.
Okay.
He did mention that they'd done gaskets or something had happened down there.
Yeah.
So I reckon it's that. It sort of sounds like all the noise is from here, and it doesn't sound metal on metal. It sounds like
And it does sound putty, doesn't
sounds puffy. Yeah, like it's puffing. So I reckon if we just turn around, stick it on there, or even not, just stick it on there and have a look underneath and start it again, I reckon we'll hear it even more clearly.
Cool. All right, let's get it on the hoist.
Now I'm in your kitchen
And I ate your mum's lasagna. All right, what do we see, Martin?
I see the reason that the gear stick is so flappy. The bush is literally just not there.
Yeah, okay.
in the gear stick. And this is interesting, this little repair here. It's like a bit of tin can.
Wait on, is that a hole?
Yeah, it's a giant hole.
Wait on, is that... Wait a minute.
Don't make it worse, man.
Oh, I'm just checking it.
Space to weld, you just make it louder.
That's a...
Well, that's not where the noise is coming from.
That would probably explain some of the
It's
puff.
got aftermarket headers, man. Look at this. They're not stock at all.
Yeah.
They look like they're sort of custom made jobs as well, but they've bothered to put cats back in it, or at least something that looks like a cat to stay legal.
And what's the oil espresso mod here?
Rocker covers, man, always. And they're just pissing oil everywhere. And I think the noise is coming from the fact that there's no bolt in the back of that header. You can see straight up, see?
Oh, dude, that could...
It could be as simple as that. But I reckon I'll find a stud somewhere and we'll chuck a bolt in it, a stud in it, and see what it does.
We're seeing the original colour of the car here, which is the burgundy one like your mum's.
Yep, same red of that era, early 2000s.
And so back here, it's a pretty piss weak exhaust, isn't it?
It's very small, yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah, and weirdly, it goes from like 2.25 to maybe 2 here. So it drops down in size. Maybe that's for velocity.
Yeah, he actually gave us another muffler for it, which is an HKS Super muffler.
I wonder if it's real. A high power.
He actually gave us this at no cost. The reason being is when I first wanted to buy the car, I did the deposit straight away on the internet, no questions asked, off it went. And then he wanted it picked up straight away, but we actually couldn't get there immediately. And so I did send him a little bit of extra money just so that he knew that we were good for it. I believe he was asking $6,000 for it originally. We ended up getting the car for $5,000, and then we gave him an extra couple of $100 as well, just because, you know, we said we're going to be coming up a little bit late, can you hold it? And then we also obviously explained to him that we were going to be filming as well, which is an extra little thing. But the magazine will reveal the actual costs spent on this car, so I'm looking forward to go through that.
How did the back blow out of that muffler? I've never seen that before. It's like the crimped on back part literally got blown off.
Yeah, which is weird, isn't it?
It's crazy, and you can tell how low this car's been. Maybe not now, because I guess it's just on king springs.
But it's pretty low, and you can see how much damage there's been under there.
And the repairs here, like you can see all the low spots that have copped, you know, speed humps and stuff going through KFC.
So much dirty hair hanging around this hole at the back, just foul.
Yeah, and a whole lot of oil leaks. Although nothing out of the ordinary for an EJ of this era. But I reckon if we bolt those headers on properly, and maybe it might need a new gasket possibly.
Yeah.
I reckon we might get rid of a lot of that noise, but the steering rack's leaking.
Should I start it and we see if we can actually feel some puffing from there?
Yeah, I reckon. Let's do it.
All right, Martin, turning the key.
Yeah, start her up. I reckon that's it. Yeah, you can turn it off. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot of noise coming from there. I reckon we just rip this off and try and stick a stud through it and just see if that helps.
Okay, cool.
It's just fallen out.
All right,
It's a couple of 12mm bolts
I was about to
here.
say I'll undo all these clips, but it's not clips, it's cable ties. So I'll cut those cable ties. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if that is kind of fixes the problem, which would be amazing. Then we're getting onto the stereo and the archaeology. I'm very excited. Is it biting?
Yeah.
Nice.
I reckon it just fell out.
Not that one.
Yeah, that's why it never had a bolt in it.
Because it's rooted?
Yeah, I think that thread's cooked.
Yeah, okay. So bits of metal falling out as you're undoing that?
Yeah. Someone's tried to thread the wrong kind of bolt or whatever into it. So that one's fully cooked. And you can actually see the gap. Can you see the gap?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Well, there's the problem.
Okay. That's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. It's repairable, but it's also, it's still bolts going into alloy heads. You know what I mean? So it just rips the thread straight out of it.
But it's better than a blown engine.
Oh, if that's the problem, yeah, that's way better than a blown engine. But it's probably going to be headers off, which have to come off all the way back here. And then at least we know what we're dealing with. If it's that and a couple of oil leaks, man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially that we're just going to chuck a turbo on this and not actually put a Rexy motor in it.
Don't, just
Single cam turbo, dude, all day, let's go.
calm down, Martin.
Nah, it's good. Oh, no, is it double cam? No, it's single. Yeah, dude, these are single overhead cam ones.
Yeah, great. Let's move on to the stereo system. I have a number of memories of working on spec cars. One of them was the time that Marty actually hoisted up my car on the side skirts. Remember this?
Hey, dude, what's the deal with...
That's not the jacking point, you...
Jack it off that.
Oh, you broke it.
I didn't, it's fine.
You did break it.
Where?
You...
What happened? Didn't you put your hoist arms on properly?
What is wrong with you, man?
You need to put them further in, dude.
No.
You need to put them further in.
Don't touch it.
Put it further in. You can't put it on the body kit, it's not structural.
You dickhead. And then pretended that you didn't know.
You know what? I'm not about destroying people's dream cars and stuff. Mr. VTEC was so far gone. That car was absolutely munted beyond repair.
Can you go up a little bit more, please, mate?
So, yeah.
There we go.
I don't feel that bad about it.
Anyway, that is not what's happening with this car. This is a...
So you
I was
say...
about to say this is a full resto, but...
What?
I don't know about a full resto, but there will be some...
Make it work, though.
There will be some restoring going on. We're going to get what's there and celebrate it. I think celebrate's the right word. All right, Martin, I think it's time to begin story time.
Yeah,
I'm going to get the magazine.
I want to see what's in this mag of yours.
Let's start going through the magazine. We will go through the car. We will have then a running list of what we have, what we need to get, and try and replace things that we don't have already. Plus, did you work on this car back in the day? Was this your car? Feel free to reach out in the comments. All right, Martin, this is it. Story time.
I don't have to go back inside the car, do I?
Mate, we're going to be spending a little bit of time in there, actually.
Got any more pod filters?
All right, it's time for the main event. This here is Hot Fours and Performance Cars magazine. This is the issue from July 2007. This was a massive magazine back in the day. So you had this magazine, there was Ignition DVD, there was...
Fast Fours?
There was Fast Fours
like
as well.
Wheels and Motor, which were like the serious magazines for new cars.
Yes.
And funnily enough, this whole industry in magazines is kind of what turned into YouTube.
Yeah.
And now people just aren't doing it in print anymore because people don't have attention span for print, and then it went to YouTube, and now people don't have... Anyway.
Definitely these kinds of magazines, particularly ones over in the UK and America, they did become inspiration for films like Fast and Furious. And we know that because when we chatted with Dennis McCarthy, who is the lead vehicle specialist for those films, they said they would obviously draw inspiration from the scene. This, believe it or not, was the scene. I do want to also just do a quick disclaimer that this magazine is 20 years old, and as such, times were a little bit different then. These kinds of magazines don't really exist anymore, the kinds of magazines where there's, bikini girls and stuff like that in there with the cars. It was a different time and place. I think it's kind of interesting for us to go through it and see where it was at. These words are not ours, it's just what is in the magazine, and I thought it's a good way to go through the magazine. So
I kind of like the fun of it though. I like the cheekiness and the fun of it.
Yes.
Like it was kind of taken seriously, but also not.
Look at it. Just look at it. So here's the opening line. It says, "Wicked wagon, the MILF hunter. Dishing up 20s, great grenade trim, and one of the craziest enclosures we've ever seen. 4DMILF is one wagon, primed for Punani." All right. "The art of hunting the elusive MILF." That's MILF, not GILF, it says. "It's fast becoming something of a lost art thanks to the modern woman. And the reasoning..." Can we read it?
Can they even say that anymore?
I don't know, man.
I don't think you can.
Maybe I'm just going to skip through a little bit. Funny bit.
Do you want him to skip through it or not?
Yeah,
I know the answer. The answer is do not skip a thing.
Okay. The thing is, the reasoning being
He's
that if
bringing
you're
his
trying,
2026 filter.
you need to, if you're a prospective suitor of the older lady. See, now I feel like I've got I'm just going to read what it says. I'm going to read it. It says, "The reasoning is that prospective suitors need to be attentive to the offspring of the mums before any funny business can occur. You see, you need to reel in the little nippers first and then go for the big mama."
It's quite funny, actually.
Okay, if you want to pull in the yummy mummies, driving around in a giant Happy Meal toy is a pretty good way to start. 20-year-old, do we say his name, the owner? He's a 20-year-old owner. Yep.
Once he sees this.
Although he initially thought the RX, he initially bought the car for family purposes, the urge to splurge has led to what is undeniably the ultimate shag and wagon. Once I started, I said to myself, I'm going to do this. I'm building a car for front cover. It's a catch cry we hear quite a lot here at Hot Fours HQ with most comers, whatever that means, either lacking the willpower or simply the coin to bring that dream to fruition. Seems David wasn't lacking in either, and $30,000 later he spent on his car. This is the result.
These were like 35 grand new. And if it's an RX, that was like the higher spec one.
And so he spent another 30. So we're talking $60,000, $65,000.
The RX was the one you bought that looked like a Rexy, but wasn't. Like, so it still had body kit,
no scoot, right?
But it had like side skirts, like it had the similar seats, I think, to Rexy's as well.
Yeah, okay. So taking a quick peek, it's easy to see that most of the MILF Munchers mojo...
You can do it.
I can't do it.
No, I believe in you.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go for taking a quick peek.
Taking a quick peek. Taking a quick peek, it's easy to see that most of the MILF Munchers mojo comes from the respray carried out by TUSUS. Is this by TUSUS? Oh yeah, there's a giant sticker down the side that says it's by TUSUS.
So TUSUS, you may have seen that. That is the same shop that did Twisted.
Yep.
And in terms of checking it as we go, most of the respray is still here. We're missing a front lip, but we'll get that when we get to the body kit part. Underneath you, Martin, and this is what the previous owner had told me, he couldn't get registration because he said a forklift tine went through here. How does that happen? How do you reckon a forklift goes through it?
This was an accident.
But so that was repaired for Rego, and then this here as well.
So your TUSUS, you want to see more TUSUS painted cars, go watch our Auto Salon coverage from 2010. It's full of TUSUS.
And of course, they did Twisted, but a lot of cover cars from Hot Fire about Twisted, which was a popular car on it.
And they were always notable because they always had the sticker. That was part of it. All right, so the interior work, thanks to trim technicians at Interior Designs, lilac purple, they're the colours of the MILF's natural habitat. And so what better choice could there be to retrimming a MILF-mobile? Yes, although you might instantly link milk to MILF, the owner decided to take the colour departure inside by decking out the entire interior in Grimace Guts purple.
It is Grimace Guts purple. That is still there.
For anyone who doesn't know what Grimace is?
Grimace is like a McDonald's toy, right? A purple guy
Bright
that gobbles.
purple, yeah.
He's like right up in it. It's looking a bit dirty and a bit filthy, and there are some like substantial white stains in the back area as well.
I actually agree with the next line. It works like a charm and is indeed a welcome change from the constant stream of peanut butter trim jobs that infest our inbox. You know how so many show cars this year was cream? White and cream leather?
And they say it's a colour that symbolises passion, and trust us, there's plenty of that to be had when you're on the prowl in this thing. So when it comes to the interior, it looks like most of that is there. It needs a bit of a tidy up, doesn't it? and are clean.
This
'cause
stuff
it's-
sits in the sun for a long
smells pretty
time.
bad.
The seats are aftermarket as well. They're not on factory rails. There's some kind of aftermarket seat. I don't think Subies came with this sort of thing back in the day. It looks a little bit like a Rexy seat though, doesn't it?
They would have been expensive as well, wouldn't they? To retrim that.
Oh, the retrim would have cost thousands and thousands of dollars. But what a cool gig that would have been.
Yeah.
You know, here's a car that's only a couple of years old. Don't just change some stuff. Like now you might carbon fibre or wrap some stuff. It's
Go
like
to town on
go
it.
to town. Do your best. I really think that's the only thing missing. Those skills are kind of gone. Pretty cool though.
Reading on, it says expert MILF hunters will also be aware of shiny syndrome, a disease that seemingly affects the entire female population. That is, pop some bling in front of a female and watch her clothes simply melt away. It makes me a bit uncomfortable reading it now.
You want me to read it?
I don't know, anyway.
You didn't write it.
It might be wishful thinking there, but the owner wasn't taking any chances. You know what? I'm going to start paraphrasing. Let's just move through this. The rolling jewels of this car were 20 times 8-inch Cruz K28s.
Gone.
Well and truly gone.
Gone. I wonder where they are.
So we need to find something or equivalent.
Yeah.
Together with the monster rollers and slammed stance, which we've now realised the slammed stance is just springs, right?
Lowering springs. I think they're King Springs super lows.
You'd be hard pressed to find a wagon stuffed fuller with artery clogging fatness. The writing was funny, wasn't it?
Pretty good, yeah.
The exterior is a long way away from what we've dubbed showroom gloom here at Hot Fours. Deep shaded blood orange.
Blood orange.
The colours thanks to Sus, which is right. They've done lots of different cover cars.
Does it say what the colour's called anywhere?
They said it's blood orange like a Moroccan sunset. But I don't know what the colour is, but we'll have to find that because we've got to paint.
Yeah, and
we've got to do some painting.
It does have a bit of metallic in it or pearl in it, but that often gets burnt off by the sun.
It's interesting that they didn't mask up anything when they were doing this. Like they just.
You mean that or the original respray?
Well, all of it. Because the original respray, there's a lot of overspray in the engine bay, isn't there?
Engine bay and also on all the rubber trims and all down through here as well.
We have another term we've been coined here called swoobing. It is. I'm not reading that one.
Swooping. You can look that up.
It's the. Oh, okay. No, I'm not doing that one. There's also they've added a list of the top 10 MILFs. I'm not reading that one either. All right. What else have we got?
It's polite today.
Okay, so, here we go. Considering its ride height, it's more akin to that of a street luge. It's dropped 3 inches on the front and 3.5 inches on the rear, courtesy of Pettit, it says.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is interesting, back in the day. Still, bug-eye and beautiful. It's more than up for a bit of friendly neighbourhood sightseeing. And that's the great thing about a wagon. There's still space for the whole family, but packing that stroller in the back may be a little difficult considering the entire rear has been consumed by an origami-like boot install. Let's go and have a look at the origami-style boot install. Now, when I first saw this, when I saw the photo on Marketplace, I thought that someone had just thrown garbage into the back of it. Like this was the install and they'd just thrown it in.
Yeah, right.
But what we are looking at is the actual install, right?
Looking at intention.
What are we seeing here, Martin?
Twin 12-inch or 10-inch subs, but sometimes they've got these massive baskets on it. I think they're 12s.
That's obviously some light.
And it's obviously like a big sub-enclosure thing that goes that way and they've just sunk it in. Like it's very creative. I mean, it's all just made with MDF. You know what I mean? Like it's just MDF with stuff stuck on it, see?
Martin, let's do a quick checklist, please. It says, just like the enclosure itself, the brand mix is a bit crazy. A Pioneer 4-channel, can you see that in there?
Yep, over there.
A JVC 4-channel.
There you go.
10-inch Pioneer subs.
10s, there you go, 210.
And then a response capacitor.
J-car spec from back in the day.
And then we have a musical menage. I think that just means all of it. The enclosure itself is a kind of happen from there with a final leather-coated abstractness that would have Picasso himself providing the thumbs up. A Nessa Vision TV and Schneider head unit have been stationed down front. Still has that, doesn't it?
I think it's even newer than that. I think it's a Kenwood thing that
so you think someone's
out.
changed it?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so we've also got some JVC splits, front and rear. Can you check that there's 2 speakers on that side? Like there's definitely a speaker in the back door.
They're coaxials in the back door, they're not splits.
And then there is something small in the front door.
No speaker in this side.
No speaker in that side, but there is one on this side, okay? So that's something we can look into as well. There were a few problems with the build, which was indeed testament to everyone involved and quite opposed to the typical blue 4 engines resprayed her thrice response that we usually get from cover car owners, whatever that means. All right, going on, Martin. So then we've established beyond reasonable doubt that 4DMILF is a one-way ticket to the Pink Canoe pool party. And if you don't know what that one means, dial up Urban Dictionary for haste and get laughing stock of your mummy loving. Okay. On the mumming loving notes, what do you do with the ultimate bang bus? The owner says he stays tight-lipped. Okay, so
yeah,
he's not talking. Just as well too, because given their speed of late, some of the MILFs look like they're packing more than nappies in those prams.
Now, I found the author
No.
that wrote it 20 years ago, and I sent him a message, and I'm like, did you happen to write for Hot Fours like 20 years ago? He goes, yeah, I did. I go, man, I just found your article.
Okay.
And I said, like, what do you think? Like, can we read it out? And he goes, absolutely. He goes, it's hilarious. He goes, it's just fun. It's just funny and fun, and it's like,
and I think
don't know,
also,
just a good time.
I think also back in the day, sometimes it was hard to get info, and so multiple writers and editors would go through it. Because, like, how do you fill this many pages? I mean, you have the photos, of course.
Because if someone rocks up with a car and says, yeah, my car, it's orange and purple, and it's got an EJ.
Yes.
So you got to make fiction out of that, I suppose.
Yep. So that brings us to this point here, which is the hot facts. So this is, Martin, we're going to go through the hot facts real quick.
Sweet.
Do we have a 2001 Subaru Impreza RX?
Correct. I'm not sure it's an RX, but yeah, okay.
Okay. The engine, 2-litre EJ24 cylinder.
I didn't know RXs were 2-litre. I thought they were 2.5, or maybe that was a later thing. But yes, in that case, we have a 2-litre. That's good.
Have we got an air filter?
Yes.
Hurricane extractors.
Yes.
2.5-inch exhaust. I don't think that's 2.5 inches.
Maybe the front bit, but the back certainly.
Back is definitely not. High flow cats.
Yes.
And a Canon muffler.
Yeah. Half of one anyway.
Drivetrain hardware, standard free flow 5-speed manual.
Yeah, and it's got the dual range.
I added the word free flow to it.
Which is dual range as well. So these ones you could just for your off-roading.
Which is great for towing. Lowered, yes, it is, but I reckon we could probably redo that aspect of it.
Probably.
All right. Oh, here we're getting some paint info as well. Rolling stock, we don't have the 20 by 8-inch Cruz K28 wheels.
Unfortunately.
Bodywork, custom orange and gold pearl, custom body kit, carbon fibre bonnet and lipped guards. So that is absolutely rolled. Okay, now interior gadgetry, full retrim in purple suede and leather.
Yep.
Roof lining done.
Yes.
Dash done.
Yes.
Door trim seats and pillars.
Yep.
Sparko bucket seats.
There you go.
They're Sparkos. Custom rear seats.
Yep.
And blitz gauges in A-pillar.
Yep, including a boost gauge.
Man, we've got a lot of it. All right, so stereo components, near vision TV, Schneider head unit, Pioneer 4-channel amplifier. We went through all of that, 4-channel amplifier splits, rear 2 subs. Special thanks, and then he thanks the different people from Two Sus Resprays, from Interior Designs, and then a bunch of other people there that are his mates. So,
could you imagine the feeling when this just got finished and you got it back from the paint shop and your retrim's done? Yeah, and you go on cruising with your mates? Like, I don't have to think, I remember it, because this is like squarely in my 20s.
Yes.
And I've probably seen it. Like, you just, every 5th car on a Saturday night was something a bit out there.
Yeah, it's
chromies
amazing,
or whatever.
Isn't it? Oh, there is another bit about body kits here. It says, when it came time to stitch up a body kit, the owner naturally headed west. West, that is, with a replica kit that bloats out the RX body in all the right places. So there's still a rear bar.
Yeah.
There's still a side skirt on that side.
West.
The front is definitely gone.
Yeah, the lip.
It's like that bit. You can see there in the photo how aggressive it was before, which I actually think looks pretty good.
It doesn't look bad.
But it is absolutely not there now.
If it wasn't bright orange and didn't have chromies, you would kind of get away with it, wouldn't you?
What are you talking about?
Like, you'd get away with it. Like, you could drive this around in 2025 with cool wheels on it if it wasn't bright orange.
2025 was last year, and I will be driving it around bright orange with it. What are you talking about, dude? Anyway, of course, getting a Boxer to bark the right notes ain't a hard exercise either. And for the task of providing mechanical music, full exhaust system complete with hurricane extractors, we went through all of that stuff.
Yep.
So there it is. I would like to try and get the stereo working.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the next step. We know that the engine is okay and needs some work. We know that there's pieces that are missing, but I want to see if we can get that going, because that, I'm very, very excited about.
Do you know what'll fix the headers?
A new exhaust?
Turbo.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if that's really in the spirit.
Imagine if this had a front mount on it.
I just don't know if that's in the spirit of that. So the Hot Ford staff, they've also jumped in with their opinion. But Martin, this one here, Alexi, he says with this wagon you can pick them up and lay them down. Do you think that's Alexi as in?
I'm almost certain that it is, because I'm almost certain that he worked for magazines back in the day before he moved to Japan and did YouTube stuff.
Wow.
Noriyaru Alexi.
Wow.
Yeah, we should
Well,
ask
there
him.
you go.
We should ask him.
The worlds collide. All right, we'll see if we can get him on the blower later. Martin, let's get this stereo going.
time.
All right, Martin, what do we do to get the party started?
I reckon key on accessories. This actually helps so much.
Oh,
Do you want to sniff?
do you want to smell something really bad? Just for science. See this little button here? Do all Subarus have that?
Yep.
Smell inside this cavity here. Like actually just have a little smell for science.
Ah,
What is that?
I don't know. This legitimately helps. I'm actually quite surprised.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get the party started, Martin.
Accessory. See if the actual. Oh yeah, we've got a light here. No, one back. Don't need the on. Don't want to waste our battery.
Okay. Now what do we do? What does that
Let's
button
open,
do?
close. See what open.
What does that button do?
No, open, close.
What does that button do? No, it's not powered on anymore though, see?
Yeah, but you're not an accessory anymore.
You just said turn it back one.
No, onto accessory.
It was on accessories.
Oh, now open. Hey, here we go. Monitor with DVD receipt. Dude, look at that.
Dude,
Wide touchscreen control. When that came out, your mind would have been pretty blown, I reckon. Disconnected.
Disconnected, it tells you.
That's fancy.
Disconnected cable found, please confirm a connection line.
So it's missing some power or some signal or something.
Well, not power because it's turned on, right?
Yeah, but it's also got to trigger the amps. You know, you got power to the stereo, then you
Oh yeah,
send your
then
big
that's
power
the actual
down.
trigger thing.
We've got to have a look under the bonnet, I reckon, first.
Do you want to just check behind the head unit if there's something that's meant to be plugged in that's just not even there though?
I reckon you can have a look. There's a bit of wiring dangling behind it, but I mean, there's stuff up here that's not connected.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff back here.
What appears to be the main power wire for some part of the stereo is just not connected at all.
There's a lot of just electrical tape here, dude.
Yeah, let me do this one first because this seems like the most obvious.
It's just flicking on and off as well. Like the head unit is cycling on and off.
Yeah. Can you? It smells like burning, doesn't it? Can you cop that like electrical smell?
Yeah, but it smells like a fish and chip shop. You know what I mean?
Great. I reckon we plug this in.
Oh.
See what happens.
Yep, that'll do.
Oh, you want to kill it? So I don't kill it more.
Yep, try that.
All right, we've got permanent power to something. I don't know what, but it's snapping and shorting out on everything, so that's a good sign.
But won't we also see power come on at the back? Oh, dude, there's power there's power on the thing.
Is there?
On the
So that must be
capacitor.
That must be the power for the. Oh yeah, 12.5 volts. But is that on all the time?
Well, if you just hardwired it to the battery, it is.
So it's going to just flat the battery like basically instantly. All right, I can key on and see if it does anything.
All right, so let's go key on again.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man, just do it for science.
I
And
need
calm
my
down a
filter.
bit. Now it says standby. It never said that before.
Hey.
How did it know though? Oh, come on, man.
Dude, it helped.
Oh, that's better.
It's actually better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Standby.
Pretty good that it
Here
told
we
us
go.
something was disconnected.
Here we go. Oh, dude.
Is there?
Source. Tuner, DVD, video. That's all you get.
Well, then tuner.
So old school.
But where's volume up and down? Oh, I can hear.
There's noise at the back. I think the front's doing much. Dude, we've got to get music into this thing. Let's get some music
Turn the
into it.
volume up though. Where's the volume? Or is it this?
No, volume's here. Oh,
it just
it
turned
just
off.
died.
Yeah, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Or we're blowing fuses or something.
But that still works weirdly. What about, is there anything in it? It just flicked on again.
Well, do you know what? We need to get a disc. Have you got any CDs?
I can burn you one.
Let's make one.
All right, so I've busted out some retro tech. This laptop is from 2007/2008, which is when we started Mighty Car Mods. And actually, the first episode of MCM was edited on a laptop exactly the same as this one, which is kind of hilarious. Anyway, the only way it's going to work for us to get music into that car is to burn a CD. Now, I know some people love retro tech now. They're all into their like old digital... Oh, you found some?
I found under the stairs.
You know people are into those digital cameras? Like they want the old school AA battery SD card.
Yes.
2 or 3 megapixel cameras.
They're expensive now. Yeah.
And they're expensive. This is the same sort of era of retro tech, I guess. And we're going to need to burn a CD. And this was how you had to do it back in the day to get music into your car.
Except if you wanted to sell this for more money now, you'd release a current laptop with like cheap components and sell it for as much as a new one and just say we're limiting the amount of technology you can access.
Yeah, correct. Look at this.
What does it say?
It requires QuickTime 755 or later. I'm willing to bet not only can you not get that anymore, that I don't even reckon that exists. Watch.
Does its internet work?
Wi-Fi will work on it, but Apple.com, this won't work, I bet ya. Apple.com, QuickTime. Yeah. So that's a big fat no.
Oh, no, it wasn't working?
It won't work. We'll have to find, there's other ways, it's other ways. Give me a minute, I'll work it out.
I've got a song on a stick.
Yeah, put your stick in, let's see. See if we can at least get it into the computer and then we'll work out how to get it onto a disc.
And then I have a spindle of discs that I found under the stairs that I reckon's been there for about 10 years. Do you remember they were printable, but so printable ones were fancy because before then you had to print on a sticker.
Yes.
And then you stuck the sticker on top. You remember you'd buy a little stamper, there was a spindle down the middle and you'd stamp on top of it.
Yep.
And then sometimes the sticker would come off and destroy your system.
And you know what? All the music from Mighty Car Mods back then, we used to burn and print just at my house, and then we would send it out. Same with the DVDs. Season 1, 2, 3, I think season 1 to 3 was like done this way, and then 4 onwards we managed to get them printed.
And
so
on the desktop there, it says Mighty Car Mods Episode 1. Look at that.
There it is. That's cool.
Cool.
Episode 1 right there, look at that. Anyway.
Hey, can't you, I feel
Now
like you could do this from your desktop.
Can you?
No, like close that. Right click
so long ago. Oh, right click on a Mac, that's funny.
And now go. I feel like there was a way of doing it.
No, you're right. There was some way. Oh, Bluetooth. What? What is this old school stuff?
Maybe you had to put a disc in. Oh, dude, you could put a blank disc in and drag it onto the disc.
No, you couldn't.
I think you could.
No,
for
you
memory.
couldn't. Dude, that's
as long
way
as
more
it
high-tech than
was
this.
an AIF file, but I think that's a WAV file. Just put that in and see what happens, and I think you can drag it on, and it would default to doing it as audio, I think, or maybe that's a settings thing other than data.
Yeah.
But it should come up here as media, as a disc, like an old school circular disc, and then drag that file onto it, and I think the Mac OS would actually do it.
There you go.
Maybe you've got to go to disk utility.
Yeah.
Dude, this is exciting.
Oh, burn. Yeah, but we can't burn the audio file.
Why not?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
What do we want to do?
Don't do anything. No, just
go
open
okay?
and find. Yeah, go okay.
I think we have to...
No, drag the audio onto that, dude.
You reckon it'll work?
Yes, I do. Drag it on.
Oh, and then you can tell it to burn stuff. Okay.
It's on there
then
now.
You click burn.
And then click burn.
Recordable CD, but I don't know if it's a... I don't know if it comes as a data file or what.
Dude, it's going to work. Just give it... No, just do... Yep, go.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an audio file or not, or a data thing. But you know what? We'll try it in the car and see. Retro tech. Yeah, it was real easy, right? Like, or you could just go on your phone and in 20 seconds or less...
Type in, I ate my mum's lasagna right now.
I ate my mum's lasagna. Isn't it your mum's lasagna?
What?
Isn't it your
Not my actual mum. There
Dude,
it is.
right there. Like, what's easier? And now you can just Bluetooth that to anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds better too. But let's try it in the car. We need the CD to do it in the car, so let's get the CD happening.
I think it's burning in real time. I used to have a CDR audio. Look at it go.
Dude, that's times 24. That was baller.
I used to have a CDR audio machine by Panasonic, and so you would plug audio cables into it, and it would come in real time, like onto the... Like it would record it as an audio file, go through an A to D converter, and then end up on a disc.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's got an audio icon, dude. It's going to work.
Burning a disc called lasagna, as you do. Done. Done. Eject that thing, jam it in the car. That's I heard someone say it's a coaster you can put music on. Reading.
Oh,
Come on, come on.
I reckon just don't touch it.
It worked. Oh, you touched it. It doesn't like being touched, does it? Look, when it's like it's maybe it is low voltage or something because like when it gets a button press, it just eats it.
I just want to hear the subs, man.
She said that I looked so hungry and that I should come inside. There was something in her running and she said I had to try.
Yes!
As soon as you touch it, it dies, dude. It won't volume up anywhere past that, unfortunately. That's what you're stuck with. I'll leave it alone. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah, look at him go. That's hectic.
Do you remember where the switches were for this?
Oh, no.
I remember when we met him, he showed us where all the switches were for the neons.
That? The switch in the center console. Doesn't work though. Subs.
Yeah, we did make this song, if you're wondering. Team Evo, that is us. Get ready. So good. It is available on iTunes and streaming platforms. It's called I Ate Your Mum's Lasagna by Team Evo. Check it out. Send it up the charts. All right, so there it is, 4DMILF. Most of the car is still there. The stereo system is working while temperamental and missing a speaker, so it's more like a tricycle situation of speakers. But the subs are there. The engine, we'll investigate that.
It smells so bad, inside and out. Inside stinks.
Yeah.
But even something's going on in this engine bay that's a bit smelly too. That's not just an exhaust leak.
Smells like a robotic fish.
It smells like a robot fish, exactly.
So look, there's a couple of things to attend to, but that is what we intend to do. Give it a makeover, get it back on the road. It was really cool to obviously go through the magazine and see what's going on there. And we also have just got our hands on the feature DVD. So I think that's going to be next time. This car was featured in Ignition DVD.
Ignition DVD, correct. A full proper video feature.
Wow.
Before you could send video over the internet, which is what we're doing now.
So we will get to that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video and we hope you enjoy coming along with us as we get 4DMILF back on the road. See you, gang. Bye. It's pretty cool looking through this magazine, dude. Like, look at the wheels and stuff from that era. And just like the ads, man. Like turbos and silicons and... Oh, man, it's epic. It's so different now. Look at this, dude. That's so like different. An MX-5 battle.
Yep.
You got exhaust up for sale. Look at the wheels. Look at the wheels that people were into back then. It's just not a thing now at all, is it? Like it was just a very, very different time and place. And then they had the girls, like the cover girls.
Yep.
It says, what does this one say? It says, I get challenged by men in hot cars a lot. I think I was born to ride the stick. What does that mean?
Is there an interview?
There's an interview. They say, it's 40 degrees outside and you're working under the bonnet. What would you be wearing? And she says, a small bikini. What else? And they go, well, we would have skipped the bikini altogether. You can take us for a ride anytime. Don't you worry about that. This is them saying to her. Something tells us you're a bit of a hot for yourself. Okay. What tunes do you like? She goes, I'll listen to anything but techno. Bye.